It's a wonderful day at DAC today. We have the rock group called the Euphonic. Wonderful set of people with the youngest rock band member being around in 8th standard and 13 years old, and the oldest rock member is actually 22 years old, just finished a graduation. Probably tread today a very rare path, different from other rock groups, and it's been a great performance that we had with them. So here we go with starting our interaction with the Euphonic team to understand from these young people as to how or what was the nature of the interaction and how did they feel in terms of the interaction with the specially able children.
I think it's high time that all of us, bring up the entire idea of, standing up for the people with these kind of conditions. And I think it's also high time that we actually, treat them with respect and dignity, with the same respect and dignity that we treat other normal human beings. And it's like, most of the times it's like people say that we don't know how to interact with them, or if they would feel comfortable with us. But what I felt like when I interacted with them is that all we have to do is treat them like just like another human being who's completely normal. And if we do that, they treat us the same way. They're very innocent soul, innocent souls. They have such a pure heart. There's no you can't even think of anything else when you look at their faces. All of them will be smiling at you, and they'll be always they'll be smiling and cheerful, and they'll be very happy all the time.
And are very honest.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no hypocrisy there.
Exactly. And you won't see any kind of jealousy or ego or whatever human complex emotions that other human beings, normal human beings show. All they have to do is just sit with them, smile, and interact with them, talk to them, and give back the same energy that they're giving us, reciprocate the same thing. And I think first of all what we have to do is make them feel included in the society. Society plays a huge role in all these kind of stuff, whether it's students or even employees with these kind of conditions. I think they have to feel included. One of my interactions with a mother of the students here, I think, is she came up to me and she told me that ever since that boy started coming to DAC, he has changed completely. Even the photos they had taken after joining him at DAC, he looks very happy all the time. And seeing all the people here, and they are interacting with the public on a daily basis.
Deepta, what about you? Your violin was a huge hit among those kids. Actually quite beautiful the way you played the violin.
Thank you so much for the compliment. So, one thing I realized when I reached a DAC is that we meet people and kids like this every day. But after coming here, interacting with the students and kids here, I realized that each and every one of them are super talented. They're actually very social people who want to make friends, who want to socially interact with others. They would love spending time with everyone else. And honestly, another thing we realized is that we actually loved spending lots of time with them. Their innocence, their smile, the joy, the energy they gave us actually made our hearts smile. We were so feeling very included, very happy. It was wonderful sharing time with these kids. Here I've realized that each and every one of them are engaged in some or the other activity. Few of them dance, many of them sing, they play the instruments. Violin myself has been a very hard instrument to play. I've took about 4 to 5 years to master the art of this. Even right now, I'm not the best at playing the violin. And I found a kid here. She has played the violin so great and so amazingly that I had got the privileged opportunity to play along with her in the stage. Music here yesterday united each and every one of us here, us and the students here and every other person.
See, music in that sense is one of the key components of our art treatments at the art training center, where along with the art forms, music is the key to helping all these children actually cope with life. How would you connect to these children, maybe at the level of a school? If you have an autistic person coming to your school, do you think autistic children can study with you, or do they need to have a separate spaces?
So every human is basically the same. That's not oh, they are mean like that. So we should treat everyone in the same way. they're just human beings. So like when I came to DAC, like I thought like, oh, they won't come like sing with us, or like they're just quiet. But they were like so confident, and they just came up to us, like talked, like danced with us, like sing along, like they like actually interact with us a lot, like guessing the song and all. When I like talked to them, like they were so kind and like always like cheerful and all. So I think the one who like judge people is the society. Without without we should not judge a book by its cover. We all say, right?
A wonderful thought coming from such a young child. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
So Vaishnavi, when we talk about this entire concept of normalcy and all, it's what we have seen is that the broad spectrum of things that it's not the children who are very need to accommodate the people. The children are the way they are. They're born like this. You can't expect them to be defined by the quote unquote normal behavior that we expect from society. Or society has come to expect from all of us, in terms of school, in terms of college, in terms of marks, in terms of degrees, in terms of how you look, in terms of how you walk, how you should work, what kind of job you should do, what you should perform. So in that sense, these children are not even there. The autistic children, the mentally challenged children, they're outside, even outside that field. So from that perspective, what is your take on these kind of children and how society should change to evolve, include them?
Actually speaking, I never knew if I could interact with, all of these children, because you never know how they are, if they'll react differently to a new person when they see them. But then surprisingly, when I came to DAC, the first person I saw was a blind kid playing the keyboard. As a person who can see and play the keyboard, that was very shocking because he has very good memory and knows what he's playing. Society thinks differently of everyone, even if they are not disabled. No one's different, but that is the nature of humans. So they all look down on these kind of people when they're actually supposed to appreciate of how good of a difference they could make if we accept them into the world. The person I saw, everyone is different, but the person I saw that day, he could be someone huge in the future if he gets more exposure. On my take, society should give more exposure to all of these kind of kids. Everyone has a talent and it should all be exposed so that they can reach higher levels.
Shivani, so having gone through this process of 2 days is not much of a time. Yes. The kind of experience you had over the past 48 hours with this children, playing with the music with them, what would be your key takeaway from this place, from different art center? And all of you are young. I mean, you're just starting out in your life, and some of you're just to start even starting of your life. So from that perspective, it's a very early stage where you had a chance to. I never probably had a chance to interact with people like this ever in my life. Or what is the key takeaways that you have from DAC?
Coming to DAC, I thought that, we talk about inclusivity of the people in DAC, the children that are specially abled. Actually, when I came to DAC, the feeling that I had is that we felt included with them more than them being included with us. I was completely shocked. I felt absolutely blessed when I had the opportunity to see kids perform on stage. But we went perfectly on sync, and I was completely shocked. Like after the show, I was like, oh my god, that went really well. And it was amazing. They went completely in sync with us, and also we saw them perform without us. That was also incredibly impressive.
So yeah, first of all, I'm really happy to share the stage with them, like getting a chance to play with them. And yeah, it was really nice. It was such a nice experience for us.
Yeah, അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പം നമ്മുടെ ഒരു സിറ്റുവേഷൻ തന്നെ ആലോചിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് പറയാം, ഇപ്പം നമുക്കൊരു പരിചയമില്ലാത്ത ഒരാളെടുത്ത് പോയിട്ട് ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരാൾ വന്ന് പെർഫോം ചെയ്യാൻ പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്കൊരു ഹെസിറ്റേഷൻ ഉണ്ടാവും. ലൈക്ക് എങ്ങനെ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യും, ഒരു പ്രാക്ടീസ് ഇല്ലാത്ത ആൾക്കാരാണ്, പരിചയമില്ല, എങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യുന്നുള്ളൊരു ഐഡിയ നമുക്ക് ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. പക്ഷേ ഇവിടെ വന്നപ്പം അവർക്ക് ഒരു ഹെസിറ്റേഷനും ഒരു പ്രശ്നവും ഇല്ലാതെ ലൈക്ക് ഫ്രീ ആൻഡ് കൂളായിട്ടാണ് അവർ നമ്മളെ കൂടെ വന്ന് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തു, ഡാൻസ് കളിച്ചു. ഈവൻ അതുകൂടാതെ നമ്മളെ സോങ് ലിസ്റ്റിലുള്ള കുറേ പാട്ടുകളുടെ കൂടെ അവർ ഇൻ ബിറ്റ്വീൻ ബീറ്റും ട്യൂണൊക്കെ കേട്ടിട്ട് ഇൻ ബിറ്റ്വീൻ അവർ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തു. ലൈക്ക് കറക്റ്റ് ടെമ്പോ, കറക്റ്റ് ട്യൂൺ, അങ്ങനത്തെയൊക്കെ ആയിട്ട് തന്നെ നല്ല അടിപൊളിയായിട്ടുള്ളൊരു ലൈക്ക് അമേസിങ് എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ആയിരുന്നു, ടു ബി ഹോണസ്റ്റ്.
യാ ആൻഡ് നേരത്തെ ചോദിച്ച മാതിരി ഇപ്പം സൊസൈറ്റി കാണുന്ന രീതിക്ക് പറയുവാണെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പം സ്റ്റിൽ ദർ ആർ പീപ്പിൾ ഹു ജഡ്ജ് ലൈക്ക് കമ്പയർ ചെയ്യും കുറേ ആൾക്കാരെ വെച്ചിട്ട്. ആക്ച്വലി നമ്മളിപ്പം ഓപ്പണായി പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ സൊസൈറ്റിയുടെ ഒരു മൈൻഡ് സെറ്റ് മാറിയാൽ തന്നെ ഹോൾ തിങ് സോൾവ് ആവും. എന്നുവെച്ചാൽ എല്ലാവരും ഈക്വൽ ആയിട്ട് ലൈക്ക് കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്താൽ തന്നെ ഇറ്റ്സ് റിയലി നൈസ്.
What you're saying, right? ഇപ്പം പല പ്രോബ്ലംസ് നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നത് ഇറ്റ്സ് നോട്ട് the individual's creation. Okay, because society has framed certain things, we are facing problems unnecessarily. If society changed, those problems would not even these problems should not be there in the first place. Okay, these problems are there because society has ABCD rules. You go by these rules, otherwise you are in the wrong tick box.
ലൈക്ക് ഇതൊരു ചാർട്ട് ചെയ്ത് വെച്ച മാതിരിയാണ്. അതെ, ഓരോ സെക്ഷനിലായിട്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ ഓൾറെഡി ആക്കി വെച്ച മാതിരിയാണ് ഇപ്പൊ ചില ആൾക്കാരുടെ മൈൻഡിൽ.
എല്ലാവരും ബോക്സ് വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്, ഈ ബോക്സിൽ നിങ്ങൾ ഫിറ്റ് ആവണം. That's true.
What do you think is the future of the when all of you are in 10th standard, 12th standard, maybe yes, a couple of years you'll be going to different places?
This has been our dream, so we were pretty interested in making this band grow, and it actually happened. So each and every one of us planning on taking this further forward. We want to see Euphonic as a bigger group, as reaching bigger stages and bigger heights. So yeah, togetherness is our future.
Let's close on that note. I think it's a wonderful thing. I really hope from my heart that all of you stay together, stick together, no matter what the future holds for you. And because you're wonderful children in terms of the music that you produce, in terms of individuals you are, I hope, there are more young people like you. And only thing is, I hope grown-ups don't interfere in your lives. Thank you so much.